Right. So, yay, yoga. Ah, yeah. I said in my newsletter, that you all got earlier is, just talking about negativity and how our brain works, the chemistry of our brain, right? And our brain, we have thoughts that are just coming through our mind all the time. And so our brain and the hormones and all those little great hormones in the brain react, the negative ones and the positive ones, the cortisol and the serotonin, they all react to our thoughts and what we're thinking and what we're saying, right? So when we're thinking negative, then the negative, the stress hormones come into play. When we're thinking not negative, just enjoying the present moment or thinking positive, then the feel good hormones click on. Our body's just reacting to what it thinks we want, right? So, so just having that awareness. So that's the homework that you'll have for this week is, and the first step to any change is being aware, right? I was just talking to one of the students and I said, have a little penny jar. And anytime you think negative or you say something negative, just put a penny in the jar. And every time you think of something positive or just feel like I am joy, I am happy right now, then put a penny in that jar. And at the end of the week, see how many pennies are in which jar. And just know that you have that's what you do have control of. You don't have control of all the thoughts coming in, but you do have control of whether you want to hook onto it. Yeah. And even with the falling, fall prevention, as we get older, we keep hearing time and time again, it's just we're so much more, there's so much more propensity to it because we're weaker, our muscles start to atrophy, our eyesight goes, we're probably, many of us on prescription drug medications, and when you're on 4 or more, it's polypharmacy, all that can add to it. But the biggest challenge, that, not a challenge, but the biggest reason that people fall is simply the fear of falling. So there's that negative thought, oh my God, I'm gonna fall. Like, I can't do this, I'm gonna fall, right? And then your mind is saying, oh, okay, I'm gonna fall, so maybe I gotta fall. So it's that challenge, right? That challenge of, no, I'm doing yoga, I'm strengthening myself, I'm walking slow, I'm practicing, I'm not gonna fall. Yeah. And then the mind will say, okay, you're not gonna fall. And we won't fall. Yeah. All right. Unless we want to go skydiving and we want to fall, then that's your choice. I wouldn't do that though. Anyway. All right, let's just start shaking. Shake, shake, shake. Yeah. And there's so much with social media and the TV and our phones and all the people watching those also. There's just so much fodder for negativity. Move your legs, blink your eyes, shake off all that negativity. Let it go. Yeah. And we just need to remind ourselves, because we fall into that pattern. The pattern is, ooh, fear, negativity, watch out. Yeah. And relax. Good. So we're going to start with, we're going to cross our hands onto our chest, and our fingertips are going to be situated right in the hollow, right underneath your collarbone. There's that hollow below your collarbone. You'll feel it. And your inside of your shoulder. Yeah. And just let your arms relax. So this is a Jinshin point. It's an energy point. Yeah. And so let's just close our eyes. So making sure that we're not curled forward, that our chest is lifted, right? We have a nice posture. And just close your eyes here. And your pads of your fingers are just lightly touching that area. Good. Well, let's take a nice big breath in. Feel the heart rise, collarbones rise, and breathe out. And now your tongue is situated right behind your front teeth, your upper teeth. Yeah. We're going to bring our awareness now to that area 2 inches below our belly. And as we breathe in, feel that part of your belly rise forward as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, draw that space about an inch back towards your spine to get the breath into the belly. All right, and so inhale for the count of 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. And breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, and hold. Continue at your own pace, whatever feels good to you, no struggle. So just breathing in and then pausing the breath and then breathing out a little longer and pausing. So this energy point here allows us to let everything flow without getting attached. Not attached to certainly negative things, negative energy, negative company. Just not get attached to it. And also not getting attached to positive when good things happen. Not to say I always want it this way. Yeah, just not getting attached. It's flowing. This energy helps us to accept the situations just as they are. Situations that we cannot change. And then it just helps us to be happy in the process of doing that. Just accepting what we can change. Physically, this energy point sends good energy to the thyroid. Keep breathing. Your 4-part breath helps to regulate the calcium levels in our bloodstream. Helps osteoporosis. Lowers our blood pressure. Yeah. Helps us to get rid of that fear, that panic, right? That sorrow, guilt even. Just washes it out. Just do 2 more breaths. Maybe getting a little bit deeper in your breath, holding a little longer, maybe squeezing out all the air. Belly soft. Smile on the face. Relax the breath now. And just notice that if you can feel the pulse in the pads of your fingertips. Yeah. So when you do this on your own, typically when you start to feel the pulse, then you have gotten that energy moving there. So sweet. All right, and take a breath in. And now as you exhale, just slide your hands slowly off your chest. Bring your palms up on your lap. And take a breath in here. Exhale it out. Now feel free, if you'd like, to keep your eyes closed. And we're just going to do a little self-massage. So just taking your fingertips now and maybe bringing them to your skull. And just massaging your skull. All different places. It also helps to get the blood flow in your skull. Sometimes may help with letting your hair grow. Yeah, just waking up those hair follicles, getting blood flow there. And then move it down to your ears and massage the top of your ears, the back of your ears, your earlobes. And then taking your fingertips on open your mouth slightly and try to find your little jaw joint there. And just make little circles with your fingertips around that area. Your blood flow and your face. And then taking the hands to the side of your neck and massaging the back of your neck, maybe the top of your shoulders. Good. And then slowly release your hands back down onto your lap. And again, either you can open your eyes slowly or you can keep them closed. We're going to do some head circles here. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, dip your chin to your chest. Stretch your shoulders back slightly. Inhale, roll your head over to the right. Press into your feet to reach it up and back slightly. And then exhale it over to the other side and forward. And if you have your eyes closed or softened, just notice how that connection, that net that's connecting the body to the head is feeling today. Any stiffness, any areas that have a little kink in them, you can pause there and take a breath into that. Continue on. Next time that the head comes forward, pause and reverse, go the opposite direction. Yeah. Some slow, mindful, big breath as you're rotating. Next time the head comes forward, pause, press into your toes, lift your head back up, relax your arms, let them hang down alongside your body, alongside your chair. Good. On an inhale breath, reach your shoulders up towards your ears. And on an exhale breath, melt your shoulders back, down, and a little forward. And do a couple more circles here, breathing in as you go up, breathing out as you come down. Nice and mindful. I know we do this every class, but give it your 100%. Every day is different. And then reverse. And that's why the non-attachment, not getting attached to when the day is not really flowing so well, just know that, okay, I'm going to get my way through it. Can I adjust and maybe not do some things on this day that feels difficult? And then tomorrow will be different. Yeah. Taking care of yourself. That's a beautiful way to take care of yourself. Relax. Good. And then slowly start to flutter your eyes open. Yeah, and relax. It's so hard for us when we want to get this list done, right? Our list every day done. Certain days, everything just boom, clicks, it flows. And then certain days, obstacle here, obstacle there, frustration here, can't get a hold of that person there. And then, to be aware of that. And on maybe those days you say, you know what, I'm going to not do all the stuff I wanted to do today. I'm just going to pick up my book and read my book, or take a walk, or whatever it is that gives you just happiness, like pleasure. Just do that for yourself. Yeah, especially I think most of us are probably retired, so we have that option. We don't have to get up at 7 a.m. and be, at a workplace, anymore for the most of us. So we have that option to say, today I'm stopping. What can I do that's fun? Maybe I'll go to the Botanic Gardens, just walk around for a half hour. Something like that, right? Yeah. All right, so let's relax the arms down again. Turn the palms out. On an inhale breath, reach your arms out and up. Just nice and easy. Big breath in. And then exhale, turn the palms out, let the arms float down. Good. And then reminding ourselves that nothing that we do here, inhale, press into your feet as you lift your arms up. Yeah, nothing that we do in yoga class should be uncomfortable, certainly not painful. Yeah, and so that we can breathe fully. It's all about breath. And I breathe deeply. Yeah, and exhale, relax it down. Your arms down, good. Roll out your shoulders again. Loosen up the arms. On an inhale breath, reach your arms out. You can bend your elbows, and we're going to interlace our fingers above our head. Good. We're going to flip our palms up and then press into your feet to straighten your arms, reaching your palms up towards the sky. just to where it's comfortable. You can have bent elbows here. Yeah, don't want the arms forward, right? We want them in line as much as we can with the ears. Good. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, just drop your arms halfway forward. Drop your head, a little cat pose here. And then press into your feet as you inhale, reach your arms back up. Stretch up, maybe a little more. Exhale, drop the arms forward. Just round the back slightly. And inhale, reach the arms up. Yeah, good. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, slowly release your hands above your head. Bring your arms, your palms up towards the sky. We're coming into this seated mountain pose. Good. Heart's lifted. You can look up slightly. Yeah. And just know that there's blessings and beautiful things and happy things just waiting to there they are. They're wanting to just rain down on you. So just say, yes, I will take them. Yeah. Bringing your head back forward. We're going to bring our hands into a little fist. We're going to start to rotate our fists. And then as you rotate very slowly, let the arms start to float down. Good. Now relax the shoulders while you're doing this. Don't tense up the shoulders. Yeah, try to relax the shoulders as your arms slowly make their way down towards the floor. Yeah, and relax. And just let the weight of your arms just fall down. Yeah, and feel that stretch on the top of your shoulders just from the weight of your arms. Yeah, good. All right. And then we're going to scoot forward into our chair if you're not there already. Just a little bit forward, some space here. We're going to bring our legs out wide, feet flat on the floor, knees right above the heels. Yeah. Big breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward. Yeah, just slightly. Feel that opening, that stretch here in your hips. Good. And then slowly circle. Yeah. So we just always want to move the joints a little bit, get them in a position where they're getting some space, and that will help to elongate the life of our joints. Yeah. Good. So do about 2 or 3. Notice your breath, breathing in as you go up, breathing out. Next time you breathe out and come forward, pause. Do some slow circles the opposite direction. Good. And the next time that the body comes forward, pause. Press down into your palms and your feet to slowly bring your body back up. Bring your toes, heels back together. Good. Now we're going to bring our knees together and bring our feet out a little wider. Yeah, good. And then find your nice tall posture. Relax your arms down. Inhale, reach your arms up, bend your elbows, and come into cactus pose. So you're gently, just very gently squeezing your knees together. You're lifting your heart and you're looking up and breathing. Getting different stretches in different places in our body. And then as you exhale, relax the body, the arms down, the head back forward. Good. Bringing your hands onto your legs, just bring your legs out wide. Bring your feet back to about hip distance apart. So again, it's really important and helpful for our bodies to just move the body a little bit, so we're going to do a little some hip opening. So feet about hip distance apart. And we're just going to start with this left leg. We're going to just reach the knee out and forward and out. And just feel that you can roll onto the outside of your foot, opening up the hip. Good. And then pause. Slide your foot about 6 inches further forward. And now same thing. Just roll onto the outside of your foot. Just getting different rotation in our hip joint here. About 2, 3, or 4 of these. Yeah, if your hips ever feel tight, this is a really nice, easy way to loosen them up. Bring both toes back even again. Now taking this left foot and stepping it out a little bit, maybe about 6 inches, 8 inches. Now drop the knee in and reach it back as far as is comfortable. And drop it in and reach it back. Again, nothing should feel uncomfortable. You're rolling onto the outside of your foot as you extend out. Yeah, and forward and out and relax. And then just heel toe, your feet back to hip distance apart. Same thing on the other side. So we have what's called synovial fluid in all of our joints. And when we can get the fluid sort of moving around in different places, that's what keeps our joints healthy. Let's draw this leg out to the side and back. And again, you're just rolling out onto the outside of your foot to however what, you know, the extension is that's comfortable for you. And then pause, slide your foot, you hit about 6 inches forward, and same thing. So you won't be able to probably go as far, but we're just, you know, opening up, stretching out a little bit different part in that hip joint. Yeah, good. This is also a good stretch too, along with that figure 4 after you take a walk or before you take a walk too. Yeah, slide the foot back, bring the foot out now and drop the knee in and roll it out. Drop the knee in and roll it out. So we're just taking our body for an oil change today. Yeah, so funny how we are religious about our car, right? When does it need an oil change? Get it changed. And we need to do the same thing, of course, with our body. Okay, so nice, shake, shake, shake it off, shake the body, and we're gonna make our way to standing. All right, so mindfully standing, yes, sliding your heels back a little bit, hinging forward. On an inhale breath, press down into your feet to arrive in your stand. And to the back of your chair. You can either keep the chair there or you can not keep it there. Yeah. And so just shake, 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 shake off. Yeah, we've been sitting for a little while, so you can shake and notice what is feeling tight in your body. Maybe there's nothing feeling tight. Maybe you're feeling really stiff. Yeah, good. Shake the arms. Good. All the way, shake everything. Good. And come to our Tadasana. Good. All right. So palms forward, kneecaps engaged, tummy tucked in slightly, shoulders back and down, chin back slightly. The more we practice this, the more it becomes just like our thoughts, the more it becomes the natural for us to stand this way. Then it feels weird to not stand that way, right? Yeah. On an inhale breath, reach your arms out and up. And again, we're going to interlace our hands above our head. We're going to flip our palms up, press into your feet, and reach your palms up towards the sky. Get as tall as you can. Yeah. Take a nice big breath in, lift the heart, maybe even look up slightly. And as you exhale, soften your knees, draw your arms forward, drop your head, look towards the floor. Coming into little cat pose. Yeah, press into your feet. As you inhale, straighten the knees, reach your arms up, look up, maybe even reach back just slightly to cat, a little cow pose. And exhale, come forward, just like we did when we were sitting. Yeah, good. And one more. Inhale, stretch up, look up, and exhale forward into cat. Now inhale, straighten the knees. Big breath in, stretch up. Exhale, relax the arms and gently unlace your hands. Bring your fingertips behind your head. Yeah, bring your thumbs to your jaw area here. Yeah, open your mouth slightly and with your thumbs, give your jaw a little massage. Sometimes our jaws are a litmus test to if we're holding stress. Yeah, because we tend to clench, even at night. Yeah, it's where the stress lands, is in our jaw. Good. Good. And then just blink the eyes, open the eyes wide, and then close them and open the eyes wide and close them. Good. And then relax, slowly let the hands float down off the face, off the head. Yeah, and relax. Finding a spot now to stare at on the wall or whatever it is, but find out it's a drishti gaze. Find that drishti gaze. Yeah. And keep your eyes on that drishti gaze and just move your head side to side. Just rock your head side to side, keeping the gaze on that spot. This helps with balance, right? Keeps us upright. This balance challenge, because we rely on our eyesight to keep us upright. And when our eyesight is on one thing, but our body's moving, the brain's needing to kick in. Yeah. And come back to center. Good. Simple, right? But really powerful. Shake it out. All right. So on an inhale breath, we're going to, let's see what I want to do, climb a rope. So we're going to reach our right arm up towards the sky. Pretend we're grabbing onto a big, thick rope. And then we're going to, with tension in the arm, we're going to pull that rope down. And then reach up with the other hand, grab onto the rope and pull it down. Again, there's tension in that arm that's pulling it down. We're not just dropping it. Inhale up, grab onto the rope, tight fist, pull that rope down. And other side, grab onto that rope and pull it down. Good. And shake it out. Yeah. Good. And just give ourselves a nice little massage in the side body here. After all that nice stretching. Good. And we're going to come to little side bends. We're going to do a side bend with a little cactus arm first. Yeah. So again, find your mountain pose, kneecaps engage, shoulders back and down. And then inhale breath, reach the arms out and bend the elbows. Yeah. Good. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, tip over to the right on your little teapot or in your tea. Inhale, coming up, exhale over to the other side. So just take this to where it's comfortable with you. Once you come back up, just make sure that the arms are in line with the shoulders. The arms aren't forward. Yeah. And then one more time, soften the knees as you tip over. Maybe you go a little further. Inhale, press into the feet to come up. Exhale over to the other side. And inhale, come up. Take a breath in. Exhale, release the arms down. Good. Roll out the shoulders. All right, little bit deeper side bends here with our Kali Mudra, right? On an inhale breath, reach the arms out and up. Interlace your hands above your head. Steeple your pointer fingers. And then reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Good. Take a nice big breath in here. And as you exhale, belly, that area 2 inches below your navel tucks back as you reach up and lean over. Press into the left foot as you reach over to the right. Press into both feet to come up. Breath in, exhale, reach up and lean over to the left. Pressing into the right foot. Inhale, come up, and one more. Reach up and lean over. That belly's tucked in. That supports the low back. Yeah. Engages our core. Inhale up, and one more. Stretch up and lean over. Yeah. And inhale, slowly come back up, and exhale, release the arms down. Good. And roll out the shoulders. Okay. And then one more here for our arms. We're going to inhale, reach the arms to either side now and stretch long. Good. Yeah, just giving some space to that shoulder joint. Lift the fingers up, widen the fingers and reach them back and forth. Now feeling the rotation all the way up to your shoulders. Good. the arms. Good. Now we're going to reach our arms forward, just about halfway. Good. We're going to soften our knees. We're going to take a breath in. As we exhale, turn at your waist over to the right. Try to keep your hips staying forward as you turn. And then turn and look a little bit over to the right shoulder. And breathe. And then inhale, bring your body back forward. Take a breath in. Let's relax the arms down. Good. And then shake out the arms. Release that tension. Be aware if you're carrying tension. And then arms forward again. Soften the knees. Take a breath in. And on an exhale breath, as you turn over to the left, try to keep your hips forward. Yeah. So you're sort of twisting at your waist. And turn and look over the left. The left. And breathe. Good. And inhale, slowly come back forward. And exhale, release the arms down. Ooh. Roll it out. Shake it out. Good. All right. And let's come into a little bit wider stance here. Soften the knees. Inhale to one side, exhale to the other. Big breath in and let it out. Oh. I was doing this in my car yesterday. I had a really busy day. I was, just feeling the tension rising. As I'm driving, I'm like taking big breaths and I'm really letting it out. It just diffuses. And one more. And relax. Good. And that sound helps us to get rid of the stress. And when we string the ha's together fast, that's called laughing. Ha. Yeah, shake it out. All right, take a breath in. As you exhale, send your hips back, slide your hands down to your knee, look down at the floor, and just do some little circles with your knees. Yeah, in one direction. And then reverse and go the other direction. Good. Come back to center, take a breath in. If you have any more bandwidth to go further down, on an exhale breath, you can just drop your head. Maybe your hands slide down to your chins, maybe not, maybe they stay on your lap. Just getting some blood flow into the head, the brain, the face. And breathe. And then on your next inhale breath, just start to walk your hands up your legs. Just one at a time. Yeah. Good. Head's the last thing to come up. Good. And roll out the shoulders. And again, move the body. Just shake off the tension. Good. All right. So we're going to do a little bit deeper, a conductor pose. So big breaths, 3 big breaths in, and then we're just going to let it out. All right. I just love that one too. That's a great way to get rid of stress as well. And that negative thinking, right? So inhale, arms up halfway. Inhale even more and take in a little bit more. And then through the mouth, just let the upper body drop like a rag doll. And then inhale, arms forward. Inhale more, even more. All this through the nose. And exhale, let it drop. Let the arms just relax. Good. Press into the feet. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And last one. Inhale, 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 and let it go. All right, and then slowly just bring the body back up. Find your mountain pose. Nice tall spine. Good. Yeah, good. Now we're just going to do this little slide step to the side. Just warming up for our balance challenge here. Our fun balance challenge. Yeah. And just step and tap, step and tap. Good. So you can have tiny little taps. If you feel like you want to take a bit of bigger steps, you can try it. If that doesn't feel good, then come back to a cadence that does feel good. And all this just gets the body moving, gets the heart rate going, gets the blood flow happening, gets our body oxygenated. Try to keep the breath in and out of the nose. Yeah. And slow it down. Always breathing as if we can, in and out of the nose, unless we are doing big exhales through the mouth. But that warms the blood, it warms the breath, rather, filters the breath. And yeah, so nice. All right. One little tip that I've done is if you have allergies from the pollen, there's so much pollen these days. Before you go out, like if you go for a walk, you get a little like either sesame oil or coconut oil or almond oil or whatever, and put it in your nostrils just a little bit. And that can help with catching the pollen before you inhale it. And I've noticed that that helps to alleviate. And then when you get home for your walk, it's helpful to, if you can, splash your face, like get all the pollen off your eyelashes and your eyebrows. Yeah, that can help too. Yeah, just a little allergy tip there in the middle of it all. Okay, so we're going to do a little balance challenge here. You might want to have your chair in front of you so that you can put your fingertips on it. And, even just holding on, what we try to encourage in this fall prevention as we get our body moving and stronger is not holding on. You see a lot of people when they go from one place to the other and they're holding on. And I mean, sometimes you have to do that, but it's to try to get to that point where you don't need to do that and you're using your body to do that, to keep it strong. But even sometimes just the tips of your fingers will give you a little bit of a crutch. A crutch, it seems like it's negative, but just that little bit of, oh, okay, I know where I am now. So basically what we're going to be doing, I want you to have enough space here so that you can lift your knee behind your chair, but still reach your chair with a fingertip. Yeah, because we're going to be going side to side. We're going to be stepping to the side and lifting one knee, right? And holding it. And this is a great agility balance challenge. But you can you can start with trying, holding onto your chair there. Yeah, okay. So basically we're just going to step over. Well, let's start to the right. We'll step to the right and lift the left knee up. Sorry, my camera is just wonky. And hold. So you can always have your fingers on your chair and then release. So the challenge is in the hold, right? All right. And then we're going to step to the other side, lift the opposite knee and hold. Good. Good posture. Good. Looking forward, you can. Good. Stepping to the side, lift the knee, hold. Release. Step to the opposite side, lift the opposite knee. Oh, this is a hard one. I want you to have your chair there, but you also need space for your knee. Now, if that feels pretty good, you can try to do it without holding on. Yeah, but always having the chair there just in case you need to grab it. So stepping to the right, lift the knee, balance. Finding a spot to stare at is helpful. And release. Step to the opposite side, lift the knee, hold, release. Step to the opposite side, lift the knee, hold. You can always touch the toe down too. Yeah. Step to the side, lift the knee, hold. Now the next challenge is maybe making a little bit wider step. Yeah. Only if you want to. Yeah. Good. Well, maybe have a bigger, wider step and lifting the knee. And again, a little wobble is good. And hold and release. Step out, lift, hold, release. Step out, lift, hold, release. And step out and lift and hold and release. Good. Good job. So that's something fun to practice with. Again, shifting that left to right is that weight shift is really good practice for us for when, you know, there's a step that we're not, you know, that we can react to, you know, a misstep. And that's training the brain. If we misstep off a step, we're able to hold that and not, you know, tumble down. Yeah, good. One of these days I'm going to, because I'm not live with you, I'm going to demonstrate how to get up off the floor. But I hesitate to do that if I'm not with you, but I will just demonstrate and show you how to do that one of these days. Okay, let's shake it out. Yeah, you can keep your chair where it is. Good job. All right. And coming to our mountain pose now, sliding your hands back, interlacing your hands behind your back. Good. Stretch your shoulders back. That should feel just so nice. Stretch your arms down. I've been noticing, I've probably been on my phone too much because I've been noticing, you know, the head is forward and just the neck muscles and the upper shoulders just get so much strain from our social media. So this is just such a beautiful counter pose for that. Literally just standing with, you know, hands clasped. You can bring your pointer fingers down into Kali Mudra. Kali Mudra helps us to just get rid of all the junk that we're holding, all the negativity, all the heaviness that we're holding. Yeah, good. And then slightly move the chin forward and up as you reach your fingers closer to the floor. Stretch your shoulders back. Bring a smile to your face. Your face is smiling, your shoulders are smiling. Yeah. Opening it again up to just looking up. You know, when you think of the vast sky and the sun and the planets and the stars and the universe, there's so much out there. Yes. To explore, to enjoy, to wow at. And exhale, relax. Yeah, so when we get caught up in our little problems, like the little negativity, just like look up. Shake it out. I know sometimes a little bit harder, but just again, having that awareness this week. Oh, I'm talking negatively. Oh, I'm thinking negatively. Oh, if I go do that, what if there's traffic? And then and we need a little bit of, you know, reasoning, but we need also an equal or more of an amount of faith, right? Faith and reasoning, right? A little bit of reasoning to keep us, you know, on our toes, and then faith. All right, standing in front of your chair. Good. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, bend your knee. Well, send your hips back. Your knees will bend. Yeah, good. And then hands on the thighs. Inhale, lift the heart. So we're sort of looking to sit down in our chair, but not quite yet. And then reach one arm forward. Tuck that belly in. Reach the other arm forward. Maybe you lift the arms up slightly. Look up between your hands. And take a breath in. As you exhale, drop your arms down towards the floor. Reach them back. Yeah. And up. Drop your arms down to the floor. Keep your hips where they are. Reach the arms forward and up again. Take a breath in. As you exhale, maybe you send your hips a little closer to your chair as you drop your arms. Reach your arms down and back. You've got this. And then drop your arms one more time. Arms come forward, keep your hips where they are. How you doing? And exhale, drop the arms here. Yes, sit your hips a little bit more. Maybe grab the front of your chair. And then at your own pace, relax the body. Let the hips just slowly float down to the chair. Good job. And hips planted. Let's bring our opposite hand on top that we did when we started. Find that hollow underneath those collarbones and close your eyes. And just let the heart rate settle. Yeah, again, just letting go, let everything flow without being attached. We learn to adapt to situations that we have no control of. Just let them be. You cannot change. Yeah. And then slowly float the eyes open here again and release your hands onto your lap. We're sitting forward in the chair. Good. And again, we're gonna bring our legs together, and we're gonna reach both knees out now to either side and bring the bottoms of our feet together. Good. And take a nice big breath in, lift the heart, look up, and exhale. Just hinge forward slightly. Good. And breathe. And then pressing down into the outside of our feet, slowly come back up. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees. Bring your knees together. Good. We're going to get a little stretch for our hip flexor here. So sitting as far forward in your chair as is comfortable, and your sit bones are grounded, but you're scooted forward in your chair. Good. You can hold on to your chair here if you'd like. We're going to start with the right leg. We're going to slide that foot back, maybe to the top of your foot, and as the knee reaches towards the floor. So we're just going to get a little stretch here in that thigh and that hip flexor. Good. And now to help to enhance that stretch a little bit, I'm going to lift the chest. Maybe bring your arms out and into cactus pose. Good. And on an inhale breath, maybe lift the heart and look up towards the sky. And breathe. Yeah. For 2. For 1. And then release the arms down, bring the gaze back forward. Good. And either slide or help to bring that leg out from underneath, that foot out from underneath your chair, and slide the other foot back. Good. So again, we're not on the ball of our foot. You're sliding your toe back. Yeah, good. Nice tall spine. Good. And then inhale, bring your arms into cactus pose. Good. Lift the chest, look up, and stretch the chest up. Notice that there's a difference on this side than the other side, but this is just a nice little stretch for the thigh. And exhale, release the head down, relax the arms down. Good. And then just help guide that other foot out from underneath you and relax. Good. And then grabbing the back, now just a twist before we go into our final relaxation here. We're gonna lift that thigh up into our belly. Let's do a couple circles with our foot, ankle, mindful, slow, stretchy. Yeah. If it's available to you, cross the leg over. Good. Yeah, this should feel like a nice little stretch here on that side hip, right? Sciatic. Good. Relax the arms down. On an inhale breath, press. It can also be crossed at your ankles if this doesn't work. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, relax the shoulders, relax the gaze forward. Slowly turn at your waist as far as you can. Relax the arms down. Press the left forearm into the outside of the right thigh. Bring the right hand behind your right hip and gently press it down, lengthening the spine. Take a breath in first, and then as you exhale, press into that forearm to turn over to the right. Find that area 2 inches below your navel and breathe into that. Breathing in, expansion of the belly, breathing out, retraction. Now keeping the pose, but relaxing the body. Take a breath in, and on an exhale breath, start to turn just your head back forward. And then if you can, look over to the left. A little deeper stretch for the neck, little counter stretch here. And then bringing the gaze back forward, relaxing the body, slowly bringing the body back forward now. And feel free to help that leg up and over. Off, yeah, and relax, wiggle it out. And let's just do that other side. So hugging that thigh in, yeah. Doing a little mindful stretchy circle with the ankle and the foot and other direction. Yeah. But the health of our feet too is directly related to our gait, our stance, our agility, our balance, our walking. Yeah. So either crossing here or at your ankle. Relax the arms down. Good. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. That's why it's good to get good walking shoes where you feel like your toes have some room. Exhale, relax the body, twist over to the left now at your waist. Relax the arms down, so the right arm on the outside of the left thigh, the left palm behind your left hip, pressing down gently. Inhale, just gently elongate the spine. Exhale, relax, press into that right forearm. Turn and twist over to the left, looking to the left. And breathe into the belly. Now on your next exhale breath, just relax the body a little bit. Keep it where it is. And then slowly turn on an inhale breath, turn the head forward. And then just looking over to the right slightly with the head. Down. And breathe. We're all twisted in a pretzel here. Breathing into that belly, releasing some toxins, getting a massage for the internal organs. Drink a lot of water today. And relax. Turn the head back forward now and release. So water is ideally the half your weight in ounces. Yeah, that's the formula. If you can. Yeah. And if you can get that in before 5 o'clock so that you don't have to keep getting up at night to go to the bathroom. And relax. Also reminding you that if you do get up in the middle of the night, feet on the floor before you stand up, pause. Then you stand up, count to 3, 2, 3, and then move along, right? And not just stand up and start walking, because that in the dim light, that's yeah, a little safer. Okay, we are ready for Shavasana. So let's get yourself ready. Sitting back into your chairs, feet are planted on the floor. Heart is gently lifted, maybe palms up on the lap. Yeah, relaxing the fingers. Maybe even touching the pointer finger and the thumb in Chin Mudra. This takes the energy up and down the spine. Good. If you're laying down, feel free to lay down and just sprawl out on the floor as well. And close the eyes. Good. So let's take 3 breaths with that breath in and that pause, and then the longer exhale breath. Yeah, we'll do one together. So take a breath in. Pause the breath at the top. And breathe out through the nose. Breathe out a little longer. Squeeze out all the air. Draw the belly back. Pause. 2 more at your own pace. Second or the third breath now at the end of the exhale breath. Just feel free to relax the breath. Find the body, just letting go. Letting everything flow. With no attachments. Yeah, just like waves in the ocean. constant waves coming and going, and they're all flowing together and then dissipating. Imagine your thoughts doing that, just breaking and flowing and releasing back into the whole. Bring a gentle little smile to your face. Take a breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the nose, allow the shoulders to relax. Straight lines. Fingers. Feel the heart relax. Feel the belly soft. Thighs relaxed. Hamstrings. Knees. Lower legs. Feet. Toes. Always relax. All the muscles relax. Thoughts just flowing like waves, coming and then dissipating. Go of all of your efforts. Let go of all of your efforts. Bring your awareness to how you feel. And allow yourself to remain here for as long as you'd like. Would you choose now to slowly come back into the space? Do it slowly. Take a breath in and let it go. Whew. Begin to move the body, swaying the body side to side. Bringing back the gentle little smile to the face of that left. Wiggling your toes and fingers. Slowly, gently, lovingly. Just waking yourself up. Bringing the body now back to stillness. Bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Resting your thumbs onto your heart. And take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, bow your forehead to your fingertips. Relax your shoulders. We'll close practice today with this. Let go of worrying about the past. You did that yesterday. Let go of worrying about the future, or you will do that again tomorrow. When you feel ready and complete at your own pace, gently begin to flutter the eyes open as you lift your head. And I thank you all for coming, taking care of yourself. Have a beautiful, lovely, wonderful rest of your day. And remember, just find an awareness of the negative thinking and see if you can just be aware of that. Yeah. See you next week. Namaste.
Happy travels.